Step one, wake up early, gonna rise with the sun. Step two, get some good, some food in you. Step three, think real hard about what you wanna be. Step four.
Hello my honeys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Rudzumurovedi and I'm a real estate agent in Midrand with Angle and Focus. Thank you very much for coming back to my channel. So before we get to anything, before we get to the order of the day, please don't forget it's a norm here. We subscribe, we like, we share, and we leave your favorite letter a nice comment. So you can see by the title of today, we are breaking yet another wall.
Yes.
We're breaking another wall, honey. And I am sitting with my favorite person, the love of my life. And you actually get to know why she's actually the love of my life. And her name is Carrie. And she's going to talk about everything about starting from the ground up. I mean, we do understand that in most cases, people don't know where to start. They feel like they're alone. And we just want to share a light with you to say, you're not alone. You're not going through it alone. There's more people going through the same thing. And we are here for you at any given time. Don't forget to follow Carrie on her Instagram as well. Because, by the way, she's your favorite realtor agent from today onward. So welcome, Carrie, to our channel. Thank you very much for taking your time to come meet the honeys. Please say hi.
Thank you for having me. Hi, honeys. Yes, man, thank you for having me. This is very comfortable. I'm so comfortable right now.
You're supposed to be breaking the wall.
I've broken it and now I'm comfortable.
Alright, that's good. So, Carrie, you are a rental agent in Midrand, obviously, and that is why you're my favorite person. So, guys, you always come to my DMs and ask for, I want a rental unit, I want a property, I want this is your girl. No, if I see any DM, if I see you, if I catch you asking me for a 2-bedroom, 2-bath for 7,000, I will know that you don't watch our videos. But anyway, she is your rental agent. She's just gonna tell you what a rental agent is and then how she got to be in the journey and everything. I mean, I've spoken my story today. I don't have to say anything. I mean, here's someone to answer those questions. So, why real estate though? Why real estate?
Everybody will be like, for the money. But it's something I've always wanted to do. So when I got the chance to be a realtor, I grabbed it with both hands. Funny story that I didn't tell. On my way to do the interview, do you know I didn't have petrol?
Oh my God.
I did not have petrol, guys. And I had to drive from Midrand to Engel and Focus 4 ways because that's where the main head office is. I didn't have petrol. I was playing a song by Busy Signal, Dreams of Brighter Days. I don't want to lie to you. I made it 2 weeks with no petrol. When I met my friend and she'd see my petrol, be like, poor petrol, poor petrol. And because God was really with me during those times. So, yes, I've always wanted to do real estate. I've wanted to study real estate back in varsity, but I couldn't because I couldn't afford it. So, so it's a very long story from how I got there to actually be in it now. So I'll try and make it very short. I've done a lot of things. I have been a promoter. I've been an ambassador. I have been a scout. I have been a hostess. Oh my God, I have been a lot of things trying to keep up with the hustle and making money. So I've always been in the commission based kind of industry. So when it came to real estate, I did not see, most of the realtors don't make it.
No.
They don't last long. You can have somebody come into this week, you probably won't see them in a month or two.
I mean, that's funny because I mean, that's the things that we get to experience also when people come join us and they start a journey, and then we actually sometimes become naughty and bet on them. Like we put money on where our mouth is, so we go like, this one won't last 3 weeks, you know. But because we can see that people are not hungry out there, and you can actually see when someone doing it that they're just trying it out. But obviously for you, it looked like it's something that you decided that this is what I want to do for a living. What made you get to that point of your life? Is it because you've done a lot of things, or is it because it has always been a passion?
It's always been a passion. The main thing was that, okay, this is what I have. I'm here. I've made it here, not through varsity, not through anything, but God placed me here because I've, I'm like, what, 27? But I've been in Johannesburg for quite, I think, 6, 7 years now. When I started, I did drama, by the way, in school. That's why I am dramatic. But I did drama in school also because my mom was forcing me to go to a technical varsity, and I wasn't into that because that wasn't my passion. So I had to choose something to do, and then got shipped off to Joburg. So when I got to Johannesburg, did drama, whatever. Then I graduate, and how my mom now tells me she's no longer gonna pay my rent, you know. And she's also not gonna, because like after that, I was like, oh, okay, now I want to do properties because being in the same industry, you meet people, you know, and then you start hearing these kids talk about how their parents are in properties and everything, and you hear around that property actually can make you a lot of money. So after varsity and not having any income coming in and stuff, my mom told me that on the 16th of April, I remember, because then I was depressed and down for a week. I didn't know how I was gonna do this. I didn't know how I was gonna make money at all. I don't wanna lie to you guys. I solely relied on promotions for a good 4 years straight. Before real estate, I solely relied on promotions. And with promotions, it's unpredictable. You might get it, you might not get it. The payments might come in, the payments might not come in. I think that is why I relate so much with real estate, because it's also a commission-based job. It's not always that you can have your listings, but there are months that you don't, no, let me not say months. There's a month that you don't make any money. And sometimes it's not because you don't have the listings or stuff. It's sometimes the tenants are acting up or the landlords are acting up, you know. So it really did, it made me realize that, sorry, I'm going off topic. Sorry, but but yeah. So I've done, like I said, I've done a lot of things. Then the last job I did outside there was being a scout. So during the scout, I met a girl that used to do properties. I mean, she still does properties. So she used to post on her status, and I'm like, I really want to do this, you know? This is something I've always wanted to do. And people around me knew that I've always wanted to do this thing, but I could not afford it. But mind you, I did work a lot to put the money together because I had registration fees. And then COVID came. Paid registration fees. I lost my registration money. Obviously, I tried getting it back, but... And then when COVID came, I did get depressed kind of, and then moved in with a friend, stayed there for like a good 2 years. That was right after COVID went down. And I got back. The last job I did was a promoter scout. So I started scouting promoters to instead do what I used to do. Now I get hired to hire them and do that. So I met this girl through that, and she's also now a dear friend of mine. I met her through that, and she was actually telling me that I hit her up on the DMs. I'm like, hey, how do I get into this? I really want to do this. She tells me, our company is actually hiring.
Yeah.
And right after that, she tells me, send it to me. I will do everything for you. You don't need to send it to any email. Send it to me. I will make sure that your CV gets in. I did not know how to do a CV, and I've never been in an interview before. Promotions don't do those things. It's like you don't do any interviews. You just gotta look the part. As long as you look the part, you are in. So with my interviews, guys, I don't want to lie to you. You see those big English words they ask you in the interview? I would tell them to elaborate further because I don't understand. I don't know what you're saying. And also, I don't want to answer and then find out that I'm not answering the right answer, you know? So, and I also wanted to be very comfortable. And I was very comfortable because I started also asking about the company. I did some research on the company as well. And because I've always wanted to do real estate, I had a little knowledge of what I wanted to ask them.
Yeah.
So I got interviewed that Monday. I was told right then and there that I got the job. And I was supposed to start, they told me to start, not the next Monday, the other one. But because I was so excited, they kept saying, Carrie, Not next Monday, the other one. I'm like, yes, no, I get it, I understand.
So would you say then, because you wanted to study property, you couldn't study property, and then the next thing now you are in property, owning a very successful business of property management, would you say then to our honeys that God always make things work out for your good?
Yes.
Because obviously, for me as well, I haven't studied property.
Yes.
And I don't know if I've told my story of how I became a realtor, but then I do believe somehow people know. If not, you guys can comment down below and let us know. But do you think then that was God just placing you in a place where you always wanted to, you manifested to be, but you didn't know how to?
Yes, I think God really did a big deal on that one, hey? Because no knowledge on how I'm gonna get there, how I'm gonna do this, no funds and everything. And like I said, I was going for onboarding 2 weeks, no petrol. The least petrol that I had to put in my car was $100, and 100 something that I did not even want to ask anybody, because by that time you don't want to bother people, and also people are not even easy to bother. They're not easy to bother. So nobody knew that I was going for all those interviews and stuff. So once hit my mom up, and I'm like, girl, it's bad. So that was the only 100 rand. So yes, God really did a number on me. I don't want to lie to you. Till this day, I sing when I'm standing on my balcony, by the way. I sing the song. I don't know if you know James Nee. He says, who knew that I would be standing here? Who knew that I'd be here today? Nobody but you knew, you know? Though that really, I don't want to lie, where I'm at right now, and having to count back a year ago on where I was, it's a big transition. Even if you had to see my before after life, it's a very big transition. Real estate, and I think the reason why I'm also still here is because real estate is something that I really wanted. It's something I really want. Nothing comes easy, guys. Like, nothing comes easy. You can't say, oh no, I'm gonna opt out for this because this is gonna be easier. There's nothing that's easy out there. So you choose your struggle and you go with it. For me, I've always been in commission. So for me, it was kind of easy to, it was exciting actually for me, because you get to see different kind of places, see the happiness on people's faces when you're actually handing over a key, and having to just also give them like a little mini gift, you know. It's also like just made me, and also the money is quick money, guys. You get paid every week, but you can schedule it to being paid monthly. But you do kind of make a lot of money if you are consistent. And like I said, when you wake up every morning, guys, you are unemployed as a realtor.
That's one of the most important thing that a lot of people don't understand, and I don't think it goes along with being a realtor. It just goes along with being a person in general. Because even if you have a job and then you wake up in the morning and you do nothing, at the end of the day you'll be unemployed. It's just that for real estate, it's a non-negotiable factor. Because you wake up every morning and you ask yourself, where do I then get my bread?
Yes,
you know?
every
morning. You
morning.
need to now go get the bread. And that is more people always ask, how do you guys get clients? And they think it gets easier with time. And it's a lie. It doesn't get easier with time. Because you just get used to listening to people divorcing. You get used to
understanding
couples coming to view and fighting in front of you.
Yes.
And you get used to people getting married to a man thinking he has money, and then
finding
when you apply for a house, you actually see he has a loan.
There's quite a lot of things that you find out. You know, I used to get so excited when couples come, but after doing the credit checks, when a couple come, your heart is beating, because then they find out that, damn, my man is actually under debt, or my girlfriend is under debt. You
and
actually,
it's information that is not shared, and you have to be a psychiatric for the next party, or you have to be a social worker for the next party, because obviously you're gonna have to break the news either way, and you're gonna have to be a shoulder to cry on. But then with all those things being said, how do you then navigate your own personal lives? Because I remember there was a time where I had to bury my uncle, but then I also had to be a realtor at the same time. I had to go smile at someone and say, welcome to your new home. But then how do you then, like, manage to limit, like to actually divide your personal life with your job, with your work relationship? How do you manage that?
You know, with the real estate, it's you basically owning your own business, right? You are basically a business person walking around, you know. So when it comes to business, anything can happen anytime. Does not matter where you are. It's, I don't know, it's now it's a thing that is within most agents now, or within myself too. It's, I can pause myself, I can pause the dramatic carry and become the business carry. Because this is my money, this is my bread, this is what is pouring petrol in the car, this is what is paying the rent, this is what. So you put your life, it's two different things. You can never mix business with pleasure. That's why you don't also want to get too comfortable with tenants or landlords, because it's strictly business. So I usually just switch. It's just a switch for me. If something really bad is going on and I don't have to meet somebody or anything, it's one of those parts where at a certain time I don't respond anymore. You know, because now this is a me time. Because if I can't divide, there's 12 hours in a day, right? Besides the next dark hours. So there's 12 hours of daylight. The first 6 hours I treat it as a normal work era.
Yeah.
The next 6 hours, that is me time. I do not answer anything after a certain time. And I used to feel bad about it, because it's like, what if I'm losing a client? Guys, there is no such thing. When you're in real estate, you start learning a lot of things like trust. Giving a client the benefit of the doubt is not it at all. It comes back to bite you bad. And also running after a client that says, no, let me view it now. If I see it now, I'm going to take it now. It's a lie. It's a very big lie. Yeah. They don't do that. So put your job first, but also put your mental health first too. Like, I don't know how I can say you can divide that kind of thing, but you need to be mentally okay in order for you to do your job right.
Also, it comes with being successful with everything that you touch in life.
Exactly.
You need to be. You need to have your mental health needs to be at a certain stage.
Yes.
It's like you always have to have something to pour before you can start pouring.
Yes, exactly.
So what can you say that in your life, apart from the job that you do now in your life, what was the most breaking point? What was the time where you felt like you don't have a way forward, or you stuck, and then how did you then overcome that?
I think I felt that a lot of times, but remember, like I said, having the right people around you, it really counts. I don't know, I say that a lot. I feel like for me, the reason why I say it a lot is because I've never had people around me that's supportive. You know, I kid you guys not. I had friends, yes, but the minute you go through something so breaking and they're not there to support you because it doesn't benefit them in any other way, it's when you start realizing that actually I have nobody, but I had nobody. When I started with my real estate, I lost a lot of things when I started with real estate, especially when I got my new friendships. And I kid you not, I went from this broken person, and this person was trying to make it and just survive, to boom, I'm a business woman now. I'm this. Because what? You then meet people and friends that they don't only become your friends, they become your business partners, they become your sisters, and that is all in one person. You know, because when you have the right people, the right mindset, sometimes your mind can be very toxic. Your mind can be very, very toxic. So in most breakdowns that I've had somebody to talk about. In one of the breakdowns that I never really spoke about was a breakdown that I told myself that I need to take myself out of this now. You know, it's something it's a me thing. All of the breakdowns has been a me thing, but this one was all about the choices I made. Was it the right choice? Because guys, real estate is it's difficult. Yes, it's very nice. It's very nice. The checks that come in there month end is very beautiful. Yeah. But it's also very draining. it's very hard. You actually suffocate. You feel like you're suffocating sometimes. So last week I had a mental breakdown, not a physically, because like I could still go to gym. I was making good food. I was making sure that my physical body is okay while trying to battle my own mind. So I had two. Is it permanent jobs? Do you call them permanent jobs? I don't even know this. We don't even know this. So I had two permanent job offers and I turned them down because besides the choice that I made of just being a realtor and this is what I've wanted to be, I saw it as a waste of my time, right? When I turned them down because I'm turning whatever age, I just felt like I don't have that time to be in a job that I'm like, I don't want to be here anymore. Imagine being stuck in a job that you don't like for a year. Now you need to leave that job and go find another job. And time runs. We're getting older. By the time you hit 30, you've been at 3 different jobs and now you're applying for a job at the age of 30. Guys,
I think while you are at that point, it's where a lot of people, when they ask us how to become a real estate agent and you tell them that, oh, this is how it works, it's commission, they always have a resistance. But then they forget that you go apply for whatever position, you get it, you work the internship for a year, you travel, you do this, yes, they're giving you a stipend, and then a year later you back from the same position that you were at. So how do you then advise people that says, I don't have anything, but then I want to start? I don't have anything, I want to start. I want to do something.
Find something, start with something that you're really good at. Something that even if it makes you tired, you'd still continue doing it. Because that's with real estate, that's how it is for me. I have the month, 30 days in a month, right? Out of those 30 days, I guarantee you, the next 10 days, I'll be the most stressed person ever. But just because it's stressful, it doesn't mean you need to let it go. I have nothing against people that do stipend jobs, but with people that I've known and things that I've experienced and seen, people are getting laid off. People are getting all those kind of things. And with a commission-based job, the best part about it is you make your own salary. So what you don't make is up to you. You make your own salary. You could be a millionaire if you want to be, And also lay off those debts, guys. No. No.
I think the best part about being a realtor is that you don't have a pay slip.
Yeah. So you don't get debt.
If you find yourself in debt, you are just a stubborn person.
Yes, in general.
Because the banks, the creditors, they really, really, really are very skeptical when it comes to giving realtors jobs, like debts and stuff like that. So if you find yourself in debt, then you're a difficult person.
You're a difficult person, exactly. How did you even make it there?
How did you construct the whole financials?
So everything,
stuff like that.
Because everything that realtors buy are cash. So when you see a realtor driving, just know that's a cash car.
Yeah, because in most cases they get rejected. Just like any other business owner. I mean, people do know that it's very difficult to get credits when you are a business owner. South Africa has made it difficult. I don't know if that's how it applies to the other countries. But here, you will go through hell before the bank can give you 1 cent. And that is one thing about, I think that is the stressful part that comes with this job, because if you want to buy something, then you have to work. If you want to buy a car, then you have to make
work.
that 200K or that 100K. And then apart from that, there's living expenses.
Exactly.
And I think I've touched base on how I actually do my money, how I do my savings, but then not in detail, of course, because I mean that is not the most highly requested video. But I think what we're trying to get to is that it's going to be stressful, but it's going to be worth it.
Yes, that's the thing.
Yeah,
it's very worth it at the end.
Yeah,
guys, it's so worth it when you go and swipe. when you get into Sissy Boy or whatever,
and you go like for the pain,
Michael Kors, Gucci. You just tap that for the pain. You don't even. That's why even like with realtors, maybe like when it comes to debt, you after paying the bills, you've got a chunk of money left.
Yeah.
So obviously you're gonna save some. You're gonna have your emergencies. Then you have your spending.
So yeah, that is very correct. Like with that being said, Kerry, so you find a lot of people saying they feel stuck. They don't have a direction. They don't know what to do. They feel like their life is not meaningful. What can you advise to someone that is feeling like that, like they're carrying that wall of feeling like they're stuck?
Yes. when you're feeling very overwhelmed, guys, just pause. Just pause. It like doesn't matter what war or what storm is around you. Pause. Even if you think you can solve something while you're stressed, you can't. Pause. Calm down. Because remember, mental health is very important. Being with yourself in your mind is a very big storm, and that's when depression comes in. That's when people have suicidal thoughts, and that's when people also end up doing things they're not supposed to do because they're not pausing in one place. There's my favorite saying: be still and know that I am God. Be still, stand in that storm and do this if you need to. The sun will come out. My friend always says, when I'm saying, this is nothing is showing yet. The tunnel is dark. She'll be like, it's dark, but the light is coming. Walk. Continue walking. Because when you're in a tunnel, it's round. You can't turn left or right. You just gotta keep going. And what you don't want to do is take yourself back, because now you're in the middle of the tunnel, not knowing how close to the light you actually are. So just be very still. Be very still. There's even a song by Maverick that at the end it says, and I will be content in every circumstance. Be that. Be content. Let the things happen around you and give God. Just let go and let God.
There you have it, my honeys, and I didn't even have to warn her that there is a verse of the week, so I guess she's one of the subbies. So there you have it. You have your verse of the week. Be still and know that I am God, because you know that when you trust in God, last week we spoke about trusting God. Those that trust God, God actually blessed them.
Yes,
and today we are talking about being still and knowing that God is God.
Yeah.
But Carrie, we are not going to let you go. We are not gonna let you go. We have a custom. We have a tradition in this house where people have to tell us their goals, and we want to know. Be the first one to tell us, what are your goals this year?
All right. So at first I would say money, because money is the goal, guys. Success is definitely the goal, but money doesn't guarantee success, right? But it does. Okay. But for me, my goal is. This is breaking
A generational
curse. Yes. So in my family, I don't have anybody that I can call when I need a favor or if I'm trying to get a connection or anything. I am trying to be that connection for my family. I'm trying to be that connection for my brother's kids, my sister's kids, my own kids. I want to have that kind of thing where it's mommy's money. It's mommy's money. It's my aunt's money, It's my aunt's company. Yeah. Oh no, my aunt works. Knowing that, especially when kids, how rich people do it. They put their kids into business at a very young age.
Yeah.
And they make them understand the business. That's the same thing I'm trying to do. I want there to be a very good, I want them to be successful from a young age, hence why I'm also pushing them into the property side. Guys, I don't want to lie to you. Exactly, rich
the girlies are working hard.
Very hard. So that
gosh.
is definitely what I want. That is my goal. My goal is to just be that head. That's why they say you can't pour from an empty cup, right? I want to be that cup that's so full that it just keeps, it's like a waterfall the whole time, and they can pour from it, with whether it's coming to it's varsity, it's business, it's school, it's whatever. I don't want them to ever lack anything, and that is my goal.
Oh, that is nice. This is a big one, guys. This is a big one. Carrie, thank you very much for coming to Breaking the Walls. Seriously, we appreciate you. We hope we're going to see you again. Please make sure that you comment that she must come back, because there's a lot of tea that we didn't get to sip. Yes. Obviously, guys, we promise you that this series is not supposed to be long, because we want you to listen to this in your car, when you were going home, when you're driving, or when you're cooking. But thank you very much, my lovies, for showing up and for always showing up for your channel, for your girl. We love you so much. Do not forget, be still and know that I am God. And we're gonna see you on the next one.